Hey guys, Hope Kayan here, and I'm back with my dating tips. And due to popular demand, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to be giving you guys relationship advice. Not you guys trusting me to give relationship advice, but whatever, let's go on. So today's story is super exciting, guys. If you listen to this story, you're going to be like, a girl child has gone through things. So today we are going to be talking about this one person that really changed my life for a bit. So I think 2022, I was so done with dating apps. I'd been on them for a couple of months now. I'd been catfished. I'd been asked to send weird pictures. I was constantly getting strange messages with people with their weird fetishes. Guys, people have fetishes. I don't even know where to start from, but yeah, next time when I'm having another video. So today we are going to talk about this man that I met, right? So I left one dating site and went to another one because someone advised me that this dating site was better. So I was just so done with Tinder, guys. I will say that the app that I was done with. So I go on this other app and it was just super, super amazing. Most of the people I'm meeting was straight, like they would tell you straight up, like, I really want this kind of person, blah, blah, blah. So if you talked for a short time, they would not ghost you. They'll tell you, okay, I feel like we are different stages in our lives. I think maybe it will not work out right now. So I'm just like, whatever, this is good. At least I'm not being ghosted or asked for weird things. And then as I am getting done, because someone had told me they got their person in like 3 months, 4 months. So I was there for like maybe 3 weeks. And then I was like, bruv, this thing takes too much time and there's no guarantee that you'll get someone. But as I was leaving the app, someone called Josh texts me and is like, hello, gorgeous goddess, the African queen herself, the chocolate drop that I never knew I needed in my life, like a delicate rose surrounded by thorns. Do my eyes deceive me, or I see an angel on earth? He was literally the most romantic person. He was like, you're so gorgeous. He used to call me gorgeous. And we started to talk. Of course, I love poetry. I am obsessed with someone that knows how to woo me, like give me the good words, give me all these things. And this guy was perfect for that. So we talked for about a month and then he asked me for my address. So I was like, why are you asking me for my address? So I was very skeptical because a lot of people had tried to scam me over, the internet. Of course, I'll tell you that the stories. So I gave him my address anyway because Josh was amazing. Josh was perfect. Josh was always there to answer. And if he wasn't going to be available, he'll tell me he's not going to be available. So I gave him an address. After 1 month, I received flowers and chocolates. And it's from Josh. And he says, this is just my way of asking you officially, can you be my girlfriend? Guys, how can you say no to that? And he said, hey, my gorgeous goddess, could you do me the honor of being my woman, my girl? Guys, is it getting hot in here? Tell me how you would not say yes to this. So of course I said yes. Of course I texted him. I told him, oh my gosh, yes, let's get to know each other. He had the words, he had the generosity, he had everything a high value man has. So I gave him my number. We started to talk. We'd talk on WhatsApp, would video call everywhere. So I knew that this was a legit person who would call each other when he's at work, when he's at his house, when he's with his colleagues, when he's on his way to work. Like, we're always talking. And Josh was the most generous person that I ever met. Josh would he would be like, you know what, babe, I really love you in red, and I'm going to like Italy next week. I'm gonna get you a couple of red stuff. The guy sends stuff. Is like, you see, babe, you look really good in heels. I'm gonna send you some heels. He sends flowers and chocolates, and he knew I loved steak and lobster and stuff like that, and he would always make sure he sends me money and I get it from my favorite restaurant. So I was a surf and tough girl. I was living the life with sparkly on the side, guys. I was in my soft girl era. I was relaxed. My entire room was filled with bouquets and chocolates and wine. And guys, I was just happy. I was just like, oh my gosh. I felt like I was in one of those English period dramas. I just wanted to swoon. Like this guy, literally, he wooed me, guys. Like, you know how you watch like Bridgerton and the guys who bring flowers and then they'll bring chocolates and clothes, and I literally felt like I was in a fairy tale. I was like, oh my gosh, my princess moment is coming for me. So one day he's like, maybe 6 months later, he's like, I want to take this relationship to the next level. I'm like, oh really, you're finally coming to Uganda? He's like, yeah, I'm coming to Uganda, but I'm coming to Uganda for a purpose. So I'm like, okay, fine, maybe he wants to come and meet me in real life. What? So he's like, so I'll call you on Friday because I'm traveling to, I think he was traveling, I don't remember where he's traveling, but he was gonna travel, and he said he had a surprise for me. So I said, okay, cool. I'm waiting. Nobody's bringing anything for me. So he video calls. I pick, of course, anytime I would pick, guys. I was so comfortable. I felt beautiful all the time with this person. I would pick up even halfway, you know, and I'm sleepy and I've just woken up, like I was just that comfortable. I was always reminded as gorgeous in whatever state I was in. So I pick up the phone and he's like holding up box with a ring in it, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And it's like, it's time to take our relationship to the next level. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? And it's like, so I have a couple of rings, you choose, you tell me your ring size, tell me what's perfect for you, and then we'll get this thing going, guys. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh. I call my pastor. She's like, yes, God has done it. We go to church, we dance because God had done it for the girl child. After all these years of suffering, guys, you don't get it. I've literally always been in struggle love to finally find someone who gives you everything that you want. You know, a lot of people think it's about the material, but let me give you some relationship advice. In order for a relationship to thrive, you have to be loving each other in each other's love languages. My love language is poetry, you know. My love language is gifts, and that is what makes me, you know, happy. And for me as a person, I also want to learn my partner's love language so I can love them in that way. So we are not just, you know, doing things we think we are supposed to do, but we are actually doing things that make us better and more compatible for each other. Anyway, we go, we dance in church, everything is ready. We know he's coming in a month. I made sure I had everything. My Pinterest had all my clothes, my changing clothes, my bridal clothes. Guys, it's gonna be a bride. I was super excited. I was like, what is going on here? So everybody knew him. Everybody in my life were like, Josh was Josh. Everybody knew Josh. He was perfect. He was a gentleman. He had poetry. He was generous. He was just, I was I was my best, you guys. I'll probably share a picture how I looked back then when I was, you know, with Josh. I was in my most feminine energy. I was relaxed. I didn't have to stress about anything. He had it. He was the absolute masculine man. So, 2 weeks before Josh was supposed to come, we are getting ready. We are ready to receive Josh. Josh is almost here. Everything is going to work out for me. So he texts me his itinerary. He texts me his ticket. He's like, I'm coming. Everything is booked. What? We are so excited. Finally, Thursday comes. We know it's 2 days for him to arrive. Everything is ready. I take a cab on Friday and I sleep in Entebbe because I knew I had to pick him. I was ready to receive him. You know, he had paid for the place, paid for everything. We were ready. Very, very ready. So I wait 24 hours because that's how long the flight takes. It was coming from quite far. Then I tried to contact him, but I was like, okay, maybe there's no internet. So 24 hours passed, 36 hours. He had booked the hotel for about 5 days, so it's not like anything was getting wasted. And I'd taken a leave off work. I was like, let me go and meet my man. So days pass, more days pass, woo, nothing. And then finally, I realize what's going on. I check WhatsApp, gone. I check Facebook, gone. I check Snapchat, gone. There's literally zero ways that I can contact this person. And then my trauma kicks in. I start to panic. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Guys, I had officially been ghosted, and it was the first biggest ghosting of my life, guys. I was ghosted. I sat in the room. I said, how am I going to go back? How am I going to tell people? How am I going to dispose of all these things, you know? And I just got out of the bed. I cried. Then I was like, girl, this is not how your story ends. I said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell people he's dead because I can't find him. I can't see him anywhere. He was dead. A ghost. Nowhere to be seen. So I come back. I tell my people, he's no more. They're like, what do you mean? I said, he's no more. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm like, thank you. Let's not throw a pity party. Let's see this as a sign from God. And then I enter my room, lock myself in, and I say, Josh, wherever you are, I hope you're in a better place. I literally decided to treat it as a funeral because, guys, up to now, I do not know what happened to Josh. I have no idea. So, guys, the moral of the story here is do not get excited when you meet someone. They may seem like the perfect person, but then when push comes to shove, we don't know what happened. Any mail probably to tell me what could have happened. I have no idea. Up to now, I've never seen Josh again. I've never been able to contact him. He has never been able to contact me, except one time a strange, weird person sent me a long message apologizing for everything. And then before I could even read it, it was like, they're not available. So I'm like, could this be him? I have no idea, but that literally is a true story that happened to me. And it took me a while to recover. But you know, I always remind myself, you're that girl. You're that girl. And I get up and I go back and I'm like, one day my story is going to be different because Prince Charming is coming for me, like Disney promised. And I'm not mad at Disney. I literally grew up with Disney and I know one day it's going to be a completely different story. So guys, share, subscribe, like, comment, and tell everybody that this girl is spilling the tea about dating and the online dating especially. Do have a lovely February. Mwah.